What is going on, Shedheads, and welcome back to the Green Room. It is Friday night, and I'm back with the boys. Of course, Mr. Sean Typhon and Overdrip, as per usual. And tonight, we've got a fun show for you guys. We actually turned into a little bit of a head-to-head competition, which actually kind of makes it a little bit more interesting, I think, because it's a 50-50 shot on who can win this thing. Like you guys heard in the cloud check, if you guys follow me over there on the Instagrams, we're doing a type 2 quick session or challenge, or I haven't really figured out what the official name is. I think it's just the quick challenge, I guess. And it's just gonna be me and Sean going head to head in the old wicking of a type 2, which I will say is not the easiest of wicking apparatuses. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it works, I guess.
No, there's like not that many RTAs I find are like more difficult.
Yeah.
Like the only one I can think of is like a moonshot.
And it's not necessarily that it's difficult, it's just it takes time, which we don't.
Well, I think that's what I mean. Like, it's not like a bang play. Like it's sort of simple. Like you actually have to
it's
finesse it in
adds
and all
an
that
extra element.
It's not a blotto.
Yeah, it adds an extra element of who knows what can happen into a already timed and stressful
that fucking
situation.
that outer barrel is going to be the death of us both.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can remember my my patented wicking technique that I came up with for this, which it's not really anything special. It's just like this makes this most sense to me. But anywho, before we get into any of that stuff, let's start off with what we were vaping on at the moment, right as of now. And let's start with Uncle Chris. What do you got, man? Which also is going to be the officiant of tonight's quick session. So he's going to be taking all the times down. So what are you vaping on, dude?
All right, it's real simple for me. I'm using same mod, almost. I feel like I use this every single day. So this is the good old Vape and Bogan, Vapors Cloud, Dovpo, right? Dovpo's involved?
Yep.
Dovpo, Odin 200 watt. I think that this is the V2. That's why it's purple. And on top, I got the Sonnet that I rewicked last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I'm still just liking it. It's a good vape. Like for me, who likes to drip and just like not ever care, it's definitely one that like the amount of times I've over dripped it are very low. Like there's been a couple times though. I will have to come clean, but I think that it vapes really, really good. I've been really enjoying it. And the liquid in there is little Frankentones.
Ooh, dude.
Oh,
little
yeah.
jam it. So this is like the jam and peanut butter. And I like it. I think that I might like this one more than the original Shakedown, but I definitely like it better more, or I like it better than yeah, no. I think the no is good. Maybe I'm just like not the most banana dude. Like when it comes down to vaping, like a good banana is good, but
A bad banana.
it doesn't mean that I want it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything for me. Keeping it simple. Sean, go ahead.
All right. Well, I've been rocking this guy this week. It was time for some tube mod action, so I put out the old banana patty, the Bonaspati, and slapped
That kind of banana I like.
Yeah, slap that there squy on top, and still keeping that red chop top on there because the floor is lava still looks really good with a copper tube mod. So it fit for me. Inside of that, still vaping on some of that cannoli B1 by the one and only Casadega e-liquids. Love this, possibly the best cannoli e-liquid in the game. It's the best one I've tried so far. So, with all of that, of course, I've got my new gen ready to rock for this here challenge and Blueberry Hill to put inside that sucker.
Nice. And for me, I guess, if you guys seen the cloud check, I busted out an oldie but a goodie, the old
Yeah,
Warlock's
boy.
hammer. Yeah, it says it right there for you. Warlock's hammer from the Gathering Vapor. RIP to our good friend Mark. This thing's been sitting on my desk the past few weeks, and I just keep looking over at it, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to use you today. And then I changed out the old white ring for a little green action there, just kind of mix and match, and I think it looks pretty slick. Got that
I'd agree.
Janklin or 8-bit chop top from DHD, Breeze Tones triple 28s on the inside, and of course Homeboy Mango in there. Dude, fresh charged set of batteries in here, ripping very nicely. Very, very nicely. One more toot real quick.
How can you not when you got a hammer in your hand?
Right? And speaking of that, I think I need to also pull out my other Warlock mod here for the old Wick sesh, just because why not?
Agreed.
Drip Theory was saying that there's a new Turk flavor out called Banana as Fuck. Have you guys tried it?
I have not.
Do you guys know anything about it?
Yeah, I'm aware of it, but yeah,
Is
I
it
haven't had an
butterscotch
opportunity.
banana?
It might be. I'm not sure.
That was my understanding from the explanation I heard, was that it was the quintessential Turk custard with banana. So there
Just
should
banana.
be
Okay.
so
it's
there
like
should be like a banana with like probably a nice butterscotch undertone somewhere. I'm imagining it to be almost like a bananas Foster sort of a flavor.
yeah, I wonder if that's the way it is. I'm gonna have to try that at some point.
Yeah, like I want to give it a go.
I mean, I'll try it. Like I said, I don't hate banana. I think that a good banana is good.
Yeah,
It's just I don't think about
you don't
wanting
seek it out. Yeah.
If like someone was like, "Oh, bro, you want to try this like good banana?" I'd be like, "Sure, yeah."
I know what you mean
I'll
though.
try
'Cause,
it.
like I've had some good bananas. I one of the ones I remember I really liked was Banola. It was like granola and banana, and it hit just right. Then of course Boule. Boule is awesome.
Fire.
I love a good strawberry banana smoothie. If you can get a good strawberry banana smoothie flavor, I'm down with that.
This is true. But also speaking of new things, we should talk about maybe what's new in the shed.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that podcast, we've been talking about it. The year is coming closer and closer to an end, ladies and gentlemen. There's literally only 2 podcasts to go before we close out season 4. So in episode 51, we reflect on the fact that it's been 4 years that we've been doing the Shed Time podcast already. And on top of that, we talk about canning because apparently Uncle Chris is really interested in trying canning. So we talk about this because I mean, it is a pretty cool thing what you can actually can and preserve for a long period of
What
time.
you can.
Yeah, what you can. Hey. We also talk about those times we've just done something ridiculously dumb and gotten hurt. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just horrifying.
It's practically every day.
And then of course, what kind of a show would we be if we weren't talking about glass art, but not just glass art? What about stained glass art? Yeah, like those cool stained glass pieces people will buy and hang up in the window. Yeah, we talk about that too. So you can hear that and so much more over there at the Shed Time Podcast. You can find it on all podcasting platforms and of course shedtimepodcast.com, your one-stop shop for all things Shed Time Podcast. And that's what's going on.
Facts. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to get ready to do this here little quick sesh, which I just realized as well. I didn't put a poll up on who they think is going to win. So, how are we going to decide who's going to go first here, Sean?
I'm gonna pick a number. I'm gonna write it down.
Okay. I like this. Okay.
And then you guys can pick, and I can't cheat because
We're
I'm
doing closest without going over.
Yeah, so the number is going to be 1 to 1,000, just because I feel like it.
Okay.
Okay. It's not up. I'm going to turn the paper around. I'm just proving that I'm not writing it down after.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
So we'll go closest to. I don't care if you go over, just closest to.
All right, sure. 666.
Figured that would be a thing. I'm going to go 420.
All right, well, dude, Sean was actually pretty close.
Oh, 681. Holy smokes. Yeah, I was.
So Sean goes first.
Okay.
All righty then. Give me a moment.
I didn't say how it was gonna.
You never said. Yeah, this is true.
And in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna pick whoever gets the number first. Whoever wins to go.
All right.
So I gotta get my timer out.
Which is cool because then I get to just kick back and watch Sean and look for any things I need to watch out for. A little bit of an advantage here.
Or see if there's something I do that you can possibly utilize too.
This is true.
I also want to just say, when you can pick like an AI DJ on Spotify.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
It was so weird, bro. Like there's like a full intro.
He's
like, hey, what's going on? He's like, my name's X. I'm your fucking
bro.
Spotify DJ. And he's just like, yo, if there's any track that you don't really like and you're not feeling it, he's like, just like hover over my icon. Boom. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude. I tried it out a little bit and it was kind of cool because like it definitely like it's playing songs that I obviously listen to a lot, and then it's based on that, mixing in other stuff. But it's all over the place. So like it went from some like punk stuff that I listened to some metal stuff that I listened to some hip hop, and I was like, this is kind of cool, but I have to want to be this ADD about it.
Bad thing about having two box mods like this on your desk is they are shaped exactly the same and feel exactly the same in your hand, exactly the same button placement. And I almost picked this up and tried to vape it, and it would have just been straight coils to my fucking lips, dude.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Dangerous. You're going over here until it's time to utilize you. You stay out of my way. We don't need to kiss any dragons tonight.
All right, I just schooled that fucking DJ though. He was trying to put Hotel California. Not really my vibe right now. Like I don't know where they came from. All right. So just to prove that I do have the timer, it's right here. I'll be hitting start.
Oh, Sean has some good tweezers too. I don't have good tweezers.
Resetting.
Shit.
All right. So
Sean, whenever you're ready, you
can
let me know.
Pieces, liquid, top off. Yeah, I don't need anything else for a quick wick. Yeah, I don't need any other tools. Okay.
Ben, what would be a stupidly low? Like how low? Are you saying like a layer cake is too low? Like RDA for vaping is too low? I can't see. I'm assuming it says RDA is just kind of behind the heart on the chat for me. It's like the fucking heart. It drives me nuts.
What's up?
I don't know. Do you okay? So if I like click right now, I can like do the heart. I can
Oh
do
yeah,
like
no,
the
I know
laugh.
about that, but what you're saying something's blocked by the heart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it says laugh
the
out. It
last
says
comment.
frames. I thought you had one of those stupidly low profile, and I assume it says RDA.
It says RDA's on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just asking for clarification of what's stupidly low.
All right. I am
Something like that. That's pretty fucking low, dude. In comparison to the
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
think I'm as ready as I'm gonna get on this one, boys.
All right. So Sean's ready. He's gonna rewick the Type 2. He's got all of his tools. He's got his liquid, everything ready to go. I'm gonna count it down from 3, and I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then that is when I'll tap. So I'll try to tap it when I say go. Okay, Sean? Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
and he has begun.
I mean, he's already going pretty hard at it, and he's only 10 seconds in, folks. He's got to wick through.
That's all right though. Getting a wick in a coil is not the tricky part of this Addy. It's the next stage, which is cutting this thing and getting it to actually fit in your slots and put that barrel on. And
too.
that thing is
Gotta make it
really
real big on
where
the
your
screen.
nightmare begins in this Addy. So we can do
35
that.
seconds in. He's got everything snipped up. He's doing like the test run with the barrel. It's like, is this gonna be good? Think maybe. Now he's doing the tuck, good old tucks.
Go ahead, clean these boys up real quick. Now that I know exactly.
Yeah, James, while you're at it, you might as well make sure your coils are glowing even, because Sean didn't do that and we didn't stop him. So
It's all good, dude. I didn't need it. I did it already beforehand.
okay. No, I just wanted to make sure that it was like even
make sure
ground.
it was all nice and clean. But dude, he's going pretty fast, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
He's going pretty good. I mean, he's putting liquid in, but there's no way he already has like
no, I think he's just doing
no?
that to form it into the little pocket so he could slide the thing over it, maybe.
No, it's already on. It's already screwed down. It's ready to go, boys.
Dang, dude, he's actually doing crazy work with this right now.
And of course, true to spec, I'm gonna make sure that I am
yeah, you're
properly
full. You gotta be full. Yep.
You know what? For funsies, let me just go there just to be certain. Bang, as you can see, fully full, and we're good.
He's just showing off now, and it's kind of.
Oh no, I don't have my airflow open.
Oh,
there you go.
all right. So Sean made it through, and it's still a very respectable time, and he just kept it in under the 2 minutes at 1:59.25.
All right, give me a second here. Let me fix my camera.
1:59.25.
I had to make up for my
time as well, but
I had to make up for my piss poor performance last week.
1:59.25. I mean, under 2 minutes is still like that. I was thinking in my head, like when I was looking for my Type 2, I was like, yo, like, is it if I had a moonshot, is that like a direct comparable? And I'm like, no, the moonshot's even longer.
Yeah, so the moonshot's an even worse build, I think.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Dude, this is like that little, you have to hold that little thing in your fingertips and perched, and you're like trying to get it to go, and then you gotta like screw it all down and like burn the coils in, and then you gotta like, oh, but Vape's so good. It's worth it. It's just, Man, if you're like a new vapor and you got a moonshot, which I don't think you would, because at this point the moonshot's like 8 years old, you would not be able to do it. No way.
All right.
I remember when I first got into the vape shop and I was working as the manager there. So I had, all day, every day that I was there to look at different gear. And I started looking at the moonshot and I was like, how does this work? And once I figured it out, I was like, this is fucking insane. What?
All right.
Why?
Dude, the guy that designed it was like a 20-year-old kid. Well, I guess man, whatever, but I mean, to me, 20-year-old's still a kid.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's
He
like
looked like he's about 10.
It
maybe
was
12.
cutting edge, obviously, for its time.
Well, dude, the whole reason why he made it was that he wanted to make an RTA that was a cloud chucking RTA. And at that time, there wasn't really any cloud chucking RTAs. And not only that, he wanted to make a cloud chucking RTA that could like work on a tube mod. And he also wanted to make it have really good flavor. Dude, I think that all those things are true. Like I never really did rock a moonshot on a tube, but you could. Even though it had a floating pin, it had like the lock-in fucking barrel, right? Like,
yep.
So it was not moving. But dude, I love the moonshot. Moonshot 24. Oof, man. All right.
We got Bubs. So we're
Sean
wicking.
has bubbles. I mean, I've seen him take at least 2 vapes at this point, and he hasn't done like that face.
Yeah, let's just hope nothing ends up coming out the airflow.
Full long vape. Look at that.
So far,
No
so
dry
good.
hit.
All right, I think
Alrighty.
I'm.
Whenever you think that you're ready,
Just-
James, you can say, I am actually ready. I'll then count you down the same way I counted down, Sean. Sean, I had a moonshot 24 and I fit a series build in it. I'm still not entirely sure how I did it, but I got a series build in it and I was rocking on my Duldon.
All right, I think.
Yeah. I actually should probably bust out like a moonshot 22 and get it going, but I'd have to try to put in like some crazy thin gauge wire.
I think I'm ready.
To like rock it on my Duldon, like an actual 22.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, trying to get the resistance high enough that mod rails and like I'm not putting like a 0.35 in that shit. I need like a 0.65.
I'm ready.
Okay, so James is ready. Let me just take one little quick vape here because I already wanted to. All right, and now we're off. So we're getting ready here, and it's going to be the 3, 2, 1, go. All right, James?
All right.
You're now ready?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I already stumbled once,
right.
dude.
Here we go. We're going for getting that first coil. Wicking it.
Just let you know, James, we are 15 seconds in.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't need to pressure the poor guy.
Doesn't
Come on
wanna know.
now.
All right.
Come on.
Well, I just thought that it was only fair because I told Sean he was like 10 seconds in. So.
Hopefully I've got enough wick.
Oh, you got lots. You're good. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's plenty. You got plenty of wick.
It's gonna have some nice fluff going on in there. It's going good. I am jealous of James's scissors, although I think I would probably
I would cut myself definitely a few times with those for sure.
That's why I just keep like the cheap Vandy Vape ones that I've used forever.
These ones are still the old Coil Master from the kit from like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I need to get a new set of like wire snips. Mine are just beat and like the tip broke off it. So I'm just like, ooh.
You definitely get what you pay for with those flush cutters, man. If you buy the expensive ones, they will hold up to the abuse for sure.
Yeah, mine are also ones that came with the Vandy Vape kit. All right, so he's getting them wet. He's getting them wet.
Yeah, so James looks like he's going for the old wet them and then form them in and make sure that they're going to fit where he wants them technique.
Work.
And I'll tell you what, my arm is getting sore. All right, switch it.
Yep, because these are too long. Yep, I lost already.
No, I wouldn't say that.
100%. because this isn't gonna screw on like I want to. Because those wicks are fucking long as shit. Should have just did this to begin with.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man, is that like there is not much room for wick. So like as short as you think you're cutting, whenever you go to test it with that barrel, it's like, oh my god, I still have to cut that much more.
Dude, you know what's so funny? Like at least I think it's funny, is that it is such a difficult RTA to like wick it well.
I give
And
up,
yet
bro. I'm
it's
not
like
even
Grim
trying
Green's
at this
RTA.
point, dude.
You know what I mean? Like it's Grim Green's RTA, and like
I don't understand.
he's
how you
always
do that,
like,
Sean.
I don't know. I don't want to say like he's bad at it. I wouldn't say he's bad, but he definitely is not as proficient as some. I'm
Tell you
trying to
what,
be very friendly about it.
I'll tell you what though, like it is worth the care and the time to get the wicking in this thing and to, hit that mark, because like the flavor you get out of this Addy is wild.
It is good.
Like it is entirely an old school style vape in the build style and the wicking. But man, when you get everything in there and you get it all set up and you get a good vape going, oh, it's hard to beat the flavor. Yeah, like now that my wicks are fully breaking in, the creaminess and everything out of this is insane.
All right, so and for James, we got 3 minutes, 44 seconds.
Yeah, I really do not
44
understand how Sean could have done that in that time.
milliseconds.
That makes no sense.
Sean just fucking throwing out those lightning hands, getting everything in there. Somehow it's still vaping, which is sort of surprising. But I do also know that Sean definitely will vape through shit, but this is one of those ones that would be pretty hard to just vape through it.
Well, like I said, I'm getting plenty of good wicking bubbles going right now. Like this is a no bullshit wick job. Like that's the 3.4 volts right now because I'm getting pretty low on these batteries, but like we're getting bubbles. Like we are definitely wicking in there.
Oh, my battery's at 70%. I'm good.
Yeah, like
Yo, Sean, honestly, you're making yours almost look like a moonshot with that drip tip.
we're almost dead on these batteries.
I need to find a moonshot.
Yeah, I tell you, this bearded Viking tip made this Addy wicked comfortable to vape. I think we lost your audio, James.
No, I think we're good. No, we don't have your audio for some reason, even though your box was lighting up.
Hello.
Yeah,
There we go.
We're good.
I was just saying I don't understand how yours could be vaping any good, dude, because mine's vaping like shit and I took way more time.
Well, Sean did come clean and say that he's been vaping it the last few weeks, so
Yeah,
he's got a
even
few
then, dude.
recent
Even then,
re-wicks.
dude. But I'm not gonna get into it because it's just gonna whatever. But anywho, that's it for that. And I need a shed time break, so we're gonna do that right now. In 3, 2, 1, shed time. What is going on, peeps? I almost
Yo, yo.
forgot to unmute us for a second because I used the mouse instead of the stream deck, and then I was like, oh wait, buttons,
Awkward.
push those. That's a thing. Air horn. There you go. I need to get some more sounds for this thing, but dude, we need to talk more after this, Sean, and I might look into that as well to incorporate here. Maybe
Yo,
just so that
worth it.
that we can all hear it. You know what I mean? And it just comes through. But I feel like there's a way that I could do it to where it comes through. You know what? Let me see something here.
Tech time.
Oh no, it won't. Well, you guys aren't gonna be able to hear it because I'm not playing it in Zoom, so that's why you guys can't hear it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's time for us to end this poll and see what game we're playing tonight. With believe it or not, giggity, 69% of the vote. The good old fan favorite, a little bit of some fact or fiction. So with that, you guys know how this goes. We sit here and the three of us will either scour the internet or our brains or, completely make something up out of thin air and give you guys a quote unquote fact. And we'll pass it around the panel, and the other two of us will say whether we think it is fiction or, in fact, a fact. And those are the only acceptable answers. Fact or fiction, not true, not false, not this, not that, not here nor there. You know what I mean? You get the point. Fact or fiction, straight to the point. I think your showing was pretty good. I've never been. Yeah, well, here's the thing, dude. I could have done better is the problem. And I really got in on myself. And then I started throwing shade at Sean, saying there's no way that his shit's vaping better than mine. Because I'm just really disappointed in my showing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a lot more. Well, honestly, no, that's not true. Because I did tell Chris I did not have a lot of confidence in the build beforehand, or the wick beforehand. So at the end of the day, I'm just lying and disappointing myself at the end of the day. So
Listen, at the end of the day, let's keep in mind
you were mad.
I've built an entire Addy in under 2 minutes.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but doing a unicorn RDA in under 2 minutes and like re-wicking an RTA that is like definitely
re-wicking this RTA is like doing a build. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. And I felt like I was at the point in my building skills, which honestly, to be 100% truthful to you guys, I don't build that much anymore. Like I take that back. I don't build at all. I haven't rebuilt anything or installed coils in much as of late because I vape the same thing. And I have multiple of them, so when one's like kind of, this might need to get some new coils, I just grab the other one. And then actually, I think I have 3 of them at this point, but that's, we don't need to talk about that. Yeah, type 2 is a challenge. I didn't turn my camera off, did I?
Yeah, that was just for him to switch back up top.
Oh yeah, no, I have to do that. Yeah. Well, I don't have to. I just do that so you don't see like my feet.
You don't see the big mess of adjusting the camera around like I left.
Yeah, that you don't see my like shed time stuff that's also positioned on my desk for easy access for shed time break. But anyway, what were we doing? Fact or fiction? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get into that. Because, of course, if you guys have seen this before, like I've said, Sean usually starts us off because he's got a random, or not a random book, but he's got a book of random facts that he sometimes pulls out of. And then sometimes, doctors a little bit to kind of throw us off. So you got to watch out for this guy. He's a tricky one. What do you got, Sean?
All right. So for your first fact, we're going to talk about coffee for a second. And this fact or fiction is that the brand Sanka is responsible for decaf coffee and the color orange being color orange being used to represent decaf coffee. There we go. That's the better way to say that. So the company Sanka is responsible for the color orange being used to represent decaf coffee.
Wait, so hold on. I missed the first half of that.
There's a brand, a company called Sanka, and they are responsible for the color orange being representing decaf coffee.
Okay.
Shed Time got it, so I can't talk straight. Sorry, folks.
No, the Shed Time guy, that's where I missed the first half of it, so we're good. Senka?
Yeah, okay, so first of all, I want to say I know of Senka. I know it's decaf coffee. I know it's orange. So those are all, for like, to me, they're factual statements. The reasoning for decaf all being orange, dude, it could be because maybe Senka's just like the OG decaf, and like that's what they did. They would probably send in their order like the fucking orange piece to like go on the fucking coffee pot, like the whole pot of the perk, all that kind of shit.
Or
I'm gonna say it's a fact.
Yeah, because they could have been like, as a marketing thing, when they decided, or they came up with the whole decaf thing, and we're like, oh, well, how are they gonna be able to tell it apart when they serve it in restaurants? Oh, let's make them put it in an orange craft or an orange top craft to serve it in, and then maybe we could just, whenever we take it to our retailers, we could also take them these crafts with, who knows?
Damn.
Who knows? But it could be. I feel like it could be something like that. Or they
so
were
you're
just
going deep on that one. I like it.
Or they
Deep.
could have just been the original decaf coffee company, and their thing was orange, and everybody just thought, well, hey, everybody knows orange means decaf because da da da. I'm gonna go fact.
All right. So
We really dove into it, so I feel like, you know what I mean.
So the boys are on fact. Addie's on a fact. Ben's on a fact.
Fishy saying fiction.
Yeah, Fishy thinks it's fiction. Here's something really crazy. James is basically 100% right about everything.
Yeah.
Sanka is the original brand that created decaf coffee and put it on the market. It was introduced to the United States in 1923. And as a marketing ploy, they invented the orange handle coffee carafe and sold their product with the carafe to restaurants in order to differentiate the decaf from the caffeinated. So you nailed that shit 100% in your logic.
Fucking Sanka, man.
So I think you should be taking the next fact or fiction.
All right, I got one for you right now.
Because you fucking killed that.
Thanks, dude. That was off top too. Like, I actually didn't know that, but I just like went with my gut, and it led me to the promised land. But here's one for you guys. This one's fun. The word fuck isn't actually a word.
Fact. I'm gonna say fact. If it would have been like added like Urban Dictionary or some shit, but I don't think that Webster's is adding it. So I think that ultimately, like, are slang words still words? They're slang words.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's not even a slang word.
Yeah. I happen to know this one. I actually know what this is.
Okay. Don't say it.
Yeah. But
if you just say what, if you know it.
I know that it is a fact.
Okay.
Okay, say it one more time, just so I'm 100% there.
The word,
if you don't mind.
The word fuck isn't actually a word.
Oh, so it's just in general, it's not
Yeah.
an actual word. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna actually go with fact. Why not?
All right.
I know that a lot of people like. I've never seen it written anywhere.
Pretty much everybody's saying fact too. It actually is an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
From back in like the days of the king, like early days of the king, and it stood for fornication under consent of the king. And that was the only way that you were able to have sex at a certain point in time, was if you
Correct.
got
The king's approval.
exactly.
Yes, and those who had the king's approval would hang a sign on their door that read "fuck," so that if you heard the sound of fornication happening within the house, you would be aware that they had consent
Yo, that's
to
wild.
procreate from the king.
Crazy, right? Learned that on TikTok.
Yep.
Well, not really. It was like an Instagram reel, but either way. But yeah, it is the word I use quite frequently, though, and it's not for any sort of consent from the king. You know what I mean?
Thankfully, in today's lexicon, we have made it an incredible word that is multi-use. I mean,
multifaceted.
it's an
Could be a
adjective, a
a
pronoun, a
verb, yeah.
verb.
Could be the subject and the predicate.
Yep. It can be an entire sentence. Fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Yeah. Fucking fuck. You fuck. Anyway, this one's definitely not getting monetized and probably
Nope.
age restricted.
All right, Uncle Chris. Well, I don't know. We are, you know, about an hour into it, so
No, it'll happen after the fact. They'll just age restrict it on the replay. It happens.
I mean, that's fine.
I honestly don't even click the monetization on the live streams anymore, just because I don't want to have to deal with anything. Because if I don't monetize it, they can't do anything.
Yep.
Majority of the time, and as long as I'm not breaking like any crazy.
Yeah, like you're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, we're not saying any of the actual like trigger words that make them go, oh shut this guy down.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those subjects here. We talk about fun stuff.
Anywho, Chris, what you
How about
got?
your fact or fiction, Chris?
That
Okay.
break got us all, I think.
No, for sure.
We all
ready,
on
though.
one tonight.
I'm ready. The world's tallest operating grain elevator is in Saskatchewan, Canada. So, like in the prairies of Canada, it's the world's biggest operating grain elevator.
Saskatchewan is that big of a grain area?
Saskatchewan's like part of the prairies, so it's like when you leave like the
Prairie land
rockiness
would be a good
and
place
woods.
for it.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of something like whatever state you're driving through, and it's just flat. Like you can see a mile from like, or a city from
it's
like
like
50
corn
miles
country
Like
and shit out here.
What? No.
out. Like North Dakota or something,
There's
or
a couple
Montana, or
Nebraska.
yeah, Nebraska maybe. Yeah.
So the largest wheat elevator?
Like the largest operating grain elevator.
I mean,
Would you say? Did you go fact on this one, Sean?
I haven't even picked yet, but like I've been surprised before by Canadian facts, so I'm just gonna say fact.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah.
We got one.
I remember when I hit us with a bunch of random Canadian facts. So let's go for it. Fact.
Audi Tooney says makes sense. Wheat production. Fact from Ben. Fact from Ronnie. Drip Theory's not buying it though. What we got, Chris?
Dude, look at what's on their flag, bro. It's like those are bunches of wheat, like underneath it. It's not focusing because of the light, but
Bunches of wheat and
yeah, they're bunches of wheat and
outstretched
then
lion.
like a flower. Yeah. But anyways, for anybody out there that said that was fiction, you were right.
Oh,
because that's not true.
Drip Theory.
It says the Swiss Mill Tower, also known as Horn House, is the tallest operating grain elevator in the world, standing at 118 meters, 387 feet tall. It's the second tallest building in the Swiss city of Zurich.
It's in Zurich.
So it's like
Ah.
39 stories tall is how fucking high that fucking grain elevator is.
And it's Swiss.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
pretty wild.
Swiss. I automatically assumed, I was like, oh, it's probably from Saskatchewan or like Alberta or something.
Crazy, dude.
Hmm. All right. So back to fiction. Robert De Niro drove a cab for 12 hours a day for several days in order to get ready for his role in Taxi.
Fact. Because why not? Everybody was method. Everybody was trying to be method at that back in those days. Why not? It's fucking Robert De Niro, man.
Also, like, yeah, I would feel that Robert De Niro could definitely be one of those people that, character acted to some degree.
But could you just imagine, like, you're in a fucking New York City taxi cab and you're getting picked up by fucking De Niro?
It'd be crazy. But you know what? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure that everybody would even know.
I mean, at the time they were filming Taxi, he wouldn't have been a super known star, I imagine. I'm curious. I'm going to look up when he first started acting right now.
Well, what came first, like Taxi or Raging Bull? Because
That's
if
what
it
I'm.
was Raging Bull, like I feel like there was a lot of success from that movie.
Anyway, while I'm trying to find this quick information out, what's
I'm gonna say fact. That's what I'm gonna say.
you're gonna say fact?
Yeah, I had that initial gut feeling of fact, so I'm gonna roll with that.
Just off top without even knowing, huh?
Just going with all the gutness.
What do you mean without even knowing? I'm not gonna know. I listen to Sean, so I'm like, Sean, repeat the question, just
So
100%
it's
for
fact or
everybody.
fiction. Robert De Niro drove a
Oh yeah.
taxi cab
Sorry,
for
I thought we were on doing another one already. I'm sitting here
12
looking for
hours
mine and got sidetracked.
for several days to prep for his
Yeah.
role
Okay,
in
so he's saying
Taxi.
fact. Okay, cool.
So everyone out there saying fact in the chat. I think both you boys said fact, and yeah, it's totally a fact. He definitely did it for about a month to prepare for his role in Taxi Driver. And what's crazy is as we're talking about this, okay, Taxi Driver's in 1976 when that movie comes out. He'd already been in The Godfather Part 2, Bang the Drum Slowly, a handful of other smaller roles prior to all that. But yeah, his appearance in The Godfather 2 and Bang the Drum Slowly were two bigger roles already prior to that. So like there were probably some people who like got into that taxi cab and were like, "Hey, didn't I just see you in The Godfather 2?" It's got to be a trip.
Right. All right, you guys are ready?
It is.
Google Images was literally created after Jennifer Lopez wore the infamous dress at the 2000 Grammys.
Ooh, spicy. Um, I'll say it's a fact. That's a pretty big fucking deal.
Give it to me one more time, please.
Google Images was literally created after Jennifer Lopez wore the infamous dress at the 2000s Grammys.
Ooh, all right, all right, all right. I don't see why not, man. I mean, that time really lines up for me. Uh,
Was Google even
I don't remember
around?
the dress. really, but I'm guessing it was like pretty hot. So
It was
yeah,
that
I'm gonna go
green
with fact.
dress that was basically like just a piece of silk that just like covered all of the important bits.
We got a lot of couple facts, couple fictions. Sean said fact. What are you saying, Chris?
Oh, I'm saying fact.
Fact. All right. Well, believe it or not, it is true. So many people were searching for the outfit. The search engine added an image function.
That's crazy, man.
People are wild,
Wild.
dude.
Hornballs.
Well, I'm sure it was men and women, dude. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a bunch of girls that were trying to rock the dress like J-Lo.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or even appreciating. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a pretty crazy dress. I had to Google it. And look
Aren't you
at the
glad Google
images.
Images exists now?
Shout out. You're the reason why I can do this in 2023. Yeah, that's a pretty wild dress. That's
The dress that started it all.
man. Okay.
All right, you ready with your next fact there, Chris?
Dude, I want to do like a J-Lo one. Uh, no, can you guys just actually give me like a second here?
Yeah, dude.
Maybe like a
Fact
30
or
second.
fiction? Jenny was not really from the block. Discuss.
Man, it's crazy that she started out as a fly girl on in Living Color.
Right?
Yep. And then she was Selena.
Yeah, that shit. That role skyrocketed her from
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, she just danced in it.
No, she did some acting. That's the whole Selena thing.
Yeah.
And then,
Did she?
yeah, she
Yeah,
did
and
that,
she was
and then she started like a actual music career. Well, I'm not sure if she was doing music too at the time, because I think she actually sang during the
yeah,
show
she did the singing
or the
as
movie.
Selena too, and that was where everyone was like, "Oh, and she can sing."
For real, Tooney. He says now Google needs 900,000 servers to run their engine. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more. All right, I'm gonna jump in here for you, Chris, while you're still looking for one. Unless you got one.
So yeah, I got my next one queued up too.
Here, 1 second.
Yep, that one. Go. Just kidding.
Okay. All right.
Hit us.
Fiction.
At this point, the most amount of people ever using the internet was 4 billion people at the same time.
How many people are on Earth?
Maybe 7.
Does that sound plausible? Or, well, yeah, it's definitely plausible. But, like, does that sound accurate? Because I feel like, well, because there is still a good part of the population that isn't, you know, connected as much as,
Right.
you know.
And then of course, there's a whole part of the world that's sleeping while the other part is awake.
This is true.
And that goes on both sides because obviously people work on both ends of the clock in all parts of the world.
You know, I think it might be fact. I'm gonna go fact because I'm Just
All
'cause.
right. Well, I'm gonna split the difference here, and I'm just gonna go fiction.
Okay. And we got 2 fictions in chat. Drip Theory says, I bet it's more. Probably that many people Googling Jennifer Lopez and the 2000 Grammys, dude.
I mean, shit. It was probably real recently when the whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey thing started.
Dude, and that thing's still going, and the NFL has been fucking running with it whenever she's at games and stuff, dude.
Are
I
you
haven't watched
surprised?
recently, but it's just
The buying power
for real.
of Taylor Swift's fan
Dude,
base.
she's changed, like, should change the economy in the cities she stops in on her
Yeah,
tours,
dude.
bro. It's crazy.
She caused
People
Travis
show out.
Kelsey to be the #1 selling NFL jersey in the UK.
Dude, that's awesome.
What? So
that's crazy.
wild.
Good
It
for
is
him.
crazy.
Good for
There's
him.
no doubt about that.
Anyway, what's the answer, Uncle
Just-
Chris?
I'm waiting for the song, dude.
Okay, so it is actually not a fact. But the actual fact is a total of 5.3 billion people around the world were using the internet at the start of Q4. So like when Q4 hit, there was 5.3
Yeah, you're
billion
right there, Drip
people
Theory.
using the internet.
Crazy, dude.
Because like, dude, like what you were saying though, James, is true. But dude, there's like cell phones and like all these different places in the world. So like I think that just
Well, cell phones are
they're
still connected
making-
to the internet, dude.
no, but that's what I'm saying though, right? Like because all these things, like that's how all these people in some places you wouldn't think.
Dude, that's
We'll
almost,
have it.
that's like 3/4 of the population, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
that's-
at the time it was 65.7% of the world's population.
That's an incredible number to actually wrap your
Yeah.
head around.
Dude.
67% of the world's population is connected to the internet.
That's a lot of people that can buy crypto. Just throwing that out there.
Hey.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean, it's changed some people's lives in other countries. That's for sure.
Oh, I've seen it
Um,
change people's lives, to be honest, firsthand.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Back to you, Sean.
So it's my go and then yours. So all right, mine is the nursery rhyme. Do you know the Muffin Man is actually about a serial killer?
Fact. That's
One
all
more
I'm-
time.
That's all I've
The
said.
nursery rhyme. Do you know the Muffin Man is actually about a serial killer?
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Dude, I need that
Unless
on the
like it's a
soundboard.
serial killer, because like there's a book that he replaces cereal and he becomes the #1 ate breakfast food. Like I think that's fiction, bro. Like I don't think that's true.
You think that's fiction? Okay. And James was quick with the fact, like he's heard this one before. Ben says it's a fact. And apparently we're blowing Addy Tooney's mind with this one. It's also one of his favorite Zappa tunes. Trip's theory says it's fiction. That's a lame serial killer name. Fact because frames, Addy
Yeah, Tooney,
says.
thanks for riding with me, bro.
Yeah, boy.
I know I could count on Tooney, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the
Ooh.
truth of the matter is the facts have it. Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane?
It's in the UK, mate.
Yeah, there's Drury Lane
I
is
did
in
an
the
Australian
UK.
accent to talk about the UK.
And the Muffin Man was an actual person who was a muffin seller, and he started luring children into dark alleys by tying a muffin to a string and then murdering them in the back alleys.
Yo, what?
And so the nursery rhyme was originally created to teach children to stay away from strangers like the Muffin Man and these situations, to try to encourage them to be safe. And obviously 100 plus 200 plus years later, it's now just this silly little nursery rhyme, and we don't recognize it for its dark undertone that it had.
It's like Ring Around the Rosie, bro. It's about
Yep.
the plague.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket full of posies, dude, so you couldn't smell the dead bodies.
Yep.
And I guess that would get burnt.
Yep. Ashes,
Yep.
ashes, bro. They all fall down, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was the only safe way to dispose of them. You couldn't bury them for fear that the plague virus would carry on.
Yeah, because like the science just wasn't there then, I assume.
Yep.
So,
All right, you guys ready for mine?
You know?
yeah, I'm ready
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from over 4 miles away.
A blue whale?
Blue
I mean,
whale.
Dude, I would imagine
that's a big animal.
that a whale, like a blue whale, like yes, that as a massive mammal, dude, like just massive. So I would imagine that because they can go so deep and all that, like they must have like a very slow heart rate. So, dude, it might just every like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever, like boom. Like it just might be a fucking thrust to get blood all through that huge fucking body.
Well, I know this much.
Why not?
I have inadvertently seen a whale's heart.
How big was it?
Uh Bigger than some automobiles. It's massive, bro. It's huge. So, yeah, I mean, a big ass muscle for a big ass animal. Like, you need a huge heart to pump blood through that big of an animal. And so, sound travels farther underwater. A heart has to be huge to pump blood through such a massive animal that it seems possible.
Honestly, to me, it seems likely because, like, not only is it a massive animal, and obviously the heart's fucking huge, as Sean just put it, but think of the pressures. Whales can go pretty fucking deep in the sea. And I'm pretty sure that once you get down to that point, like, there's going to be extra pressure where it might be even more difficult. So, like, their hearts would have to be, like, able to just fucking boom, fucking pumping that blood around. Yeah, I'm going fact. I'm going fact.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go fact with it too. Our logical analyzing has just convinced me.
So you guys are both saying fact?
Yep.
I think there was one fiction up there from Ronnie. Um, maybe another fiction up there. Another fact from Ben. Um, I got one on you guys. Haha. This one's actually fiction, but it's only because you can hear it from over 2 miles away, not 4. But Sean, you were 100% right, dude. Their fucking hearts weigh roughly 180 kilograms.
Well, so that's like 400 pounds.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Huge.
Gnarly, dude.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So hopefully this is my last one. You guys can do another one, but like I'm spent, right? Like every time I'm always like sweating it so hard. But here's one right here for you. Every single whoa. Dude,
Every
that was
single
really late.
cough. Yep.
Every single day, there's over 4 billion Google searches.
Wait, one more time?
Every single day, there's over 4 billion Google searches.
4
I say
billion.
that's a fact. Absolutely. We just established that there's over over that many people connected, so I'd say absolutely. That's very likely to be a fact that over that many Google searches.
I personally don't Google search that often. I normally just like use whatever comes with the browser. I don't think it's Google searches. So like, but I understand what you're saying.
I say if you're
Most
using
people do.
Opera, it is.
No, I don't use Opera anymore. I started using Edge.
Oh yeah, so you're using Bing now.
Yeah, Bing. There you go. Which I respect. Like I don't mind it. James, what do you think?
What's that?
What do you think about fact or fiction?
Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna go fiction on this one and just see how it rocks on this one, because I've kind of gone with my gut on a few, and they've worked out for me. So we'll just see how it works.
Okay. So it is a fact. There's definitely over 4 billion because it says that on average, there's 8.5 billion searches, Google searches a day. And dude, there's approximately 99,000 per second.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So if you Google search something right now and you hit it, there at the same moment, there's probably like 99,000 people hitting it.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
What's the thing, right? It's like they've become one of those situations where it's not just a noun, it's a verb. You don't just go to Google to search for something, people Google things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's become a synonymous name.
It's like Kleenex.
Yeah, or Hoover in the UK. People just Hoover their floor. It might not be a Hoover vacuum, but you Hoover the floor.
Like, get out the Hoover.
Yeah, it's wild. Because that's definitely not a thing in the US. We're not hoovering or Dysoning our floors.
This is true.
Wire Talk with Big G. Shout
Oh,
out to
so we're
Big
back
G
to
out
me.
in the
Yo,
chat.
We're
Big
back to me
G.
for another one, huh?
So yeah, I think it would
Be
be
Sean.
Oh yeah, Sean, that's right.
all right. Let's see. All right. There's only about 70 known types of bacteria out of millions that we know can cause disease.
You said sneezing?
No, disease. So out of the millions and millions of types of bacteria that medicals and science knows about, only about 70 are known to cause disease.
I mean, I believe that. I think the main reason why I believe that is like a lot of things just mutate and change and do certain things, but like the root might be one of these 70. Um, yeah, like why not? Plus, they probably only been doing these things for like max 200 years. Like I don't know if they're doing this really effectively pre the 1800s. Yeah, I'm gonna go fact. What do you think, James?
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense, but then I don't know if it's
Out of
necessarily
millions,
70.
like out of millions and millions and millions of known bacteria, only around 70 are known to cause disease.
Well, here's the thing: there's such thing as
Less
good
than
bac-
100 out of millions are known to cause disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there is a such thing as good bacteria. You know what I mean? That, and they don't
100%.
necessarily And then there's also bacteria that doesn't necessarily cause disease, but can make you sick. You know what I mean? Or cause some sort of infection, or, maybe not carry like an actual disease, but maybe some sort of ailment that can be taken. Fact. I'm going to go fact.
All right, so the boys are going fact.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
a couple facts, a fiction from Big G, a fiction from Ben, another fact from Ern. And interestingly enough, yeah, of the estimated 30 million bacteria species we know of, only about 70 are known to cause disease. And the interesting thing about that is it's because, yeah, I though the context isn't given in the book, my expectation, as questioned by drip theories, disease to humans. My expectation is that the book is saying disease to humans, because, as you know, Chris and I would know, there's plenty of other bacteria that's not going to affect humans, but affect fish. There are ones that don't affect fish, but affect cats and dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably only 70 that are known to affect human beings. And then some of those other ones are dangerous to other creatures. And then, like James pointed out, there's also good bacteria.
Yeah, probiotics, man.
Yeah, that gut biome.
Yeah, get that gut health up.
All right. Well, you guys ready? I got one for you.
Skater.
The blob of toothpaste that's on a tooth that you put on a toothbrush has a name.
What? Can you say that again?
The blob of toothpaste that you apply to your toothbrush has a name.
Like the toothpaste blob has in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to say fact.
I mean, there's like words for a lot of stuff that nobody ever uses. So, I mean, it could be something that's like dollop, but it's not saying that it is dollop, but it's like you don't use the word dollop for anything other than when you put a little of like Cool Whip or something, you know what I mean?
You're doing
Or whipped
dollop of
cream.
daisy. Yeah.
Get a little dollop. Yeah, I'm gonna go fact.
And it looks like everybody in chat's pretty much going fact as well. It is a fact, and it's called a nurdle.
A
nurdle.
nurdle.
Yeah, and there's
A nurdle of
apparently there was a
toothpaste.
lawsuit in which what toothpaste companies could portray it. So, like Aquafresh is one that pops into my head off the bat, because they're very popular for the, the cool swoopy, nurdle of toothpaste on your toothbrush.
Interesting.
It's actually the word nurdle actually stands for where to go, a small pellet of plastic which serves a raw serves as raw material in a plastic production, but apparently they also carried it over into toothpaste.
I'm guessing because it probably resembles a droplet of this plastic, you know?
Or like a bead of raw material being extruded.
A nurdle. I love it. That's a riot.
I picked that one just because the word was funny.
That's up there with one of my other favorite ones I learned, which was the interrobang.
What is that?
So the interrobang is a piece of punctuation, and it's a question mark and an exclamation point in the same shape.
Oh. Wait, in the same shape.
Yeah, so you have hey, okay, cool. Let's restart that camera and try again. Bang, we're back. So you have a question mark, and then with the dot down below, and then the exclamation point right through it and shares the dot.
Oh.
And that's called an interrobang.
Oh. What is that used for?
It is to express an excited question.
Dude, I do that all the time. But I just put the question mark before the exclamation point.
Yep. Well, there's an actual piece
So
of
you can actually
punctuation
just
for
do it
that,
the other way around.
and call it. It's
I need
called
to
an
figure out what key
interrobang.
on the keyboard does that.
So
Well, dude,
yeah,
the
I
dot is probably even got a name. Like, let's be real. Or it's not
I
called a
used to
dot.
know the alt combination so you could do an interrobang, but I don't remember it offhand anymore.
Is it alt exclamation point question mark?
No, it's like alt 157 or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's like when you make the subsection symbol, you have to hold alt and do like some other number combo, and that will come up.
Is this spelled INTER
Yeah,
ABANG?
it should be intero, INTERO, bang.
Oh, and tarot.
Yeah, I can't get it to happen.
Dude, that's crazy. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go with one more. It should be quick,
Okay.
because I think you guys will fully understand what I'm saying. Afghanistan is in the top 10% of fastest internet by countries.
Dude, that looks cool. It looks almost like a P with a dot at the end.
Yeah, that's the
Like a
intero
cool,
bang.
like.
And apparently it's 2 R's.
Oh, gotcha.
Crazy.
Yes, Afghanistan
Oh,
is in
Ern
the
figured it
top
out.
10%.
Yeah, it's control shift and /.
Yo, it just like brought up some
Yeah,
crazy.
mine ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
Anywho,
mine's not either. Anyway,
well, that was fun.
Yeah, but are you guys gonna answer my
Oh, wait,
question or
what
no?
was it again?
Okay. Yeah, you guys were lost on the interrobang. Um, sorry. Afghanistan is in the top 10% of fastest internet for a nation.
fact.
Sure. Fact.
All right, and I'll let a couple people answer in chat if anybody does. I'll even go with the second. If there's 2 people doing chat, I'll just say it.
I mean, we know Aziz
We
in
got one
Kuwait
fiction from Ronnie.
had some pretty fast
Fact from
internet.
Ben.
All right, tiebreaker is the next one.
Whoa.
All right, so maybe I'm not gonna wait for anybody.
Yep. Just go for it, dude.
And it is actually fiction. Afghanistan is actually the slowest internet of any country, at an average of 1.71 megabits per second. And actually, the country that has the fastest is Liechtenstein, with an average of 247 megabits per second.
Crazy, dude.
That's some speed.
Damn. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we all learned something new today. Well, a couple of new things, as a matter of fact. See what I did there? But anyways, it's time for us to go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. Quick reminder as well, next week on Friday, Shedhead Christmas. It's like a Shedhead session, but we're just going to hang out, you know, Christmas vibes, that sort of thing. Maybe do a little gifting of some things possibly to some peoples. So come on, come hang out. It'll be a good time. And with that, Chris, over to you, dude.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Of course, the people participating in chat make the show a little bit easier on us. So appreciate you guys as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, check out shedtimepodcast.com. Go listen to the podcast. Feel free to just peruse a little bit while you're there. Anything like that is appreciated. And I think that's it for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week, and see you next Friday. Sean, go ahead, bro.
Like, yeah. So, like the man said, Shed Time Podcast is a real passion for us. We love the hell out of it. And we hope if you guys are checking it out that you love it too. So go ahead and check that out. There's links over at shedtimepodcast.com to find the Patreon, to find this channel, to find music from past guests, and so much more. So go check it out. And other than that, don't let the best get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a little bit of some Confucius say. And today, some wise words of wisdom, some food for thought for you guys from my main man, Confucius. And today, Confucius say, man who sits on stool smells like shit.
Oh, sir, that is correct.
It's true, man. Why'd you sit on the fucking stool, bro? Now you smell like shit. Or stool. You smell like stool sitting on the stool. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Check out the podcast, all that good stuff. And it, as we always do, sending out positive vibes, crisp high fives, and as always, vape on, shitheads.